Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be finally going through my January TBR with you guys, which I'm really excited for. My lips are so dry right now, so let me just... Alright, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So there are a total of 5 books on my TBR for this month, the first 5 books of the year. Going in with some high hopes, but we shall see. Within those 5 books, we have 3 romance fantasy books and 3 just romance books. The romance books are the 2 YA books, and the 3 romance fantasy books are the 3 adult fiction books. Starting off strong with the first one, I have If You Had Been With Me. I haven't read this book yet, but I've been seeing it on TikTok and quotes of it and stuff, and I did kind of just spoil it for me like right before I started filming this. So I was scrolling on TikTok and someone posted a video and I went to the comment section. They were like, when da 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 happened, it killed me, and I was like, okay. So, but I also kind of assumed that was gonna happen, so I'm still gonna push and try to read this. Also, the second book is coming out in February, I believe. I'll put a picture of it up here. So if I read this month, I can jump right into the second one next month. If you didn't watch my Spend a Day With Me in the City video, go check that out. I'll put it in the eye in the corner. But I did buy this book during that video, and I did read the back of this for you guys then. But basically, this is about 2 childhood best friends who kind of grow apart throughout the years, and eventually something ends up happening to one of them, and it leaves the other one wondering how things might have been different if they didn't drift apart, or if they had been together, and if they had chosen to be more than just friends when they had the chance. I also want to share with you the dedication in this book. I've been really into like book dedications lately and kind of seeing how they make me feel and just seeing how I resonate with them, and it's been one of like the main ways that I've been starting a book. So I want to read you guys the one, and I'm going to make sure I read you the dedication in all of these. But this one says, "For my husband Robert, without you, I wouldn't have known how to write about true love," which I think is really sweet. But I have started this book already, and so far it's really good. So yeah, I have high hopes that I will finish this month, and I'll finally get out of my reading slump for the year 2024. The next book we have is also a book that I've already started. I started it a while ago. I'm actually well way into this book. I just kind of got into it, stopped reading it, got into it, stopped reading it. And yeah, I'm gonna try my best to finally finish this book because I want to read the other ones in the series in 2024. It is called Hooked. It is part of the Never After series. It is by Emily McIntyre. And yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen this book around. A lot of you have probably read this book. It's a really popular book within the book community. I also tried annotating. If you can't see, I have been tabbing. I've been trying to get into that, so I do have some tabs on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys the... Also, this book has a playlist, which I think is really cool if you guys want to check it out. It says, "For anyone who has been the villain in someone else's story." This book also has a list of detailed triggers that are really important that I recommend you all look into before reading this book and this series. The Never After series consists of, I believe, 5 books, I want to say, and they all cover different fairy tale stories. However, they're not retellings once again. They kind of lean towards the villain side of the story, so there's not a lot of happily ever after for the heroes, but more so for the villains. And even then, it's just kind of their ending, their story. It's less of fairy tale retelling and more of a fairy tale reference, if you will. So the characters in this book are Wendy, which is Peter's daughter, and Hook, which is the villain, kind of the main character. And we watch him kind of fall in love with Wendy, but also battle kind of all of his like internal feelings and thoughts. And we see how family history and business and all these things kind of go hand in hand. So yeah. The next book I have is a book that I got for Christmas, not last year, so not last month, but the year before, so 2022, and it is called French Kissing in New York. I haven't read it yet, which is really just beyond like me. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I have so many books, my physical TBR, that I have to get to. So there's that. But this is a YA romance, and I will read the back of this one to you guys since I feel like I don't hear this author talked about a lot, and her books are so good. She only has 2, I believe, but I have to look in to see if she's released another one. But she's just incredible. Her writing is just so... This is like her first book, her debut novel, is Kisses and Croissants, which is the book that got me into reading. It got me into my transition from dark diaries, graphic novels, to this. So it is very different from kind of the books that I've been reading lately. It's not a spicy book, there's no smut, it is YA. So it's a slow burn, which I typically don't like, but it's a fast-paced, slow burn, if that makes sense. I don't think that does, but her writing, it just pulls you in. So I'm really, really excited to check this one out, but I'll read you guys the back. Margot hasn't been able to stop thinking about Zach, the dreamy American boy she met one magical night in Paris. In an instant, they fell head over heels in love and spent the perfect evening ensemble, sealed with a kiss and a promise. If the universe wants them together, fate will find a way. Flash forward 1 year, Margot has finished high school in France and is newly arrived in New York, ready to roll up her chef's coat sleeves in Manhattan's bustling restaurant scene, celebrate her father's upcoming wedding, and reconnect with Zach. But a lot can happen in a year, and promises made in the shadows of the Eiffel Tower look different in the neon glow of the Big Apple. Margot spends the fall desperate to find Zach and enlists the help of Ben, the sweet line cook at a restaurant. Margot is convinced she found her soulmate that night in Paris. But what if the universe has a different plan? Anything's possible in New York City, especially in the more American style. I just think it's gonna be the cutest book, and I don't know why, but it gave winter January vibes, even though she's wearing a dress and looks like she's not ready for the cold. It just gave the vibes of January, and I wanted to pick it up and I wanted to read it. So yeah. The next book is a book that I picked up about a month ago, I want to say, and I did start reading it, and it honestly is really, really good. I was pulled into it right away. I just, for some reason, did not continue it. I don't know why, but I'm excited to fully just like immerse myself in this world and get into it. It is Assistant to the Villain. This book is by Hannah Nicole, and it has been circulating the book community lately. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen people reading this book, but I did want to get into it because I am an original fantasy girly. So I feel like a lot of booktubers are like strictly romance readers, and they're slowly getting into fantasy, like Sarah Caroli and stuff, where she is strictly romance for a while and she's slowly getting into fantasy. Love her channel, by the way. You guys should totally go check it out. But for me, I was a fantasy girly from the beginning, and I took a step back, went straight to romance, and I haven't been able to get back into fantasy. So I want to get back into that. But anyways, this book just seemed like the perfect book to help me do that. I tried getting into ACOTAR, and I've heard that ACOTAR, like the first book, is hard to get into, and for me, someone who's in a reading slump right now, it's just not the book for me. So I'm looking at it right now, so I keep looking down because I have you guys balanced on my book tree. But we're gonna get there in 2024, fingers crossed. But I'll read you guys the back of this one. With ailing family to support, Evie Sage's employment status isn't just important, it's vital. So when a mishap with Renadon's most infamous villain results in a job offer, naturally, she says yes. No job is perfect, of course, but even less so when you develop a teeny crush on your terrifying, temperamental, and undeniably hot boss. Don't find evil so attractive, Evie. But just when she's getting used to severed heads suspended from the ceiling and the odd squish of an earnest eyeball beneath her heel, Evie suspects this dungeon has a huge rat, and not just the literal kind, because something rotten is growing in the kingdom of Renadon, and someone wants to take the villain and his entire nefarious empire out. Now Evie must not only resist drooling over her boss, but also figure out exactly who is sabotaging his work and ensure he makes them pay. It just sounds like the cutest, like old, not like old school, but like it just reminds me of Land of Stories, which is a book that I read way back when I was in middle school. But I'm just excited to kind of get back into that fantasy world, and I feel like this is the perfect way to do that because this is fantasy. Like it just gives fairy tale vibes. Okay, the last book on the TBR is one that I feel like you guys may have saw coming, but this one, I know I've been saying for a lot of these, like, I'm sure you've seen this on BookTube, I'm sure you've seen this on Book Talk, like, this has been circulating the book community. This one has taken the book community by storm. Like, this one literally spawned out of nowhere in January. Everyone and their mother was reading this, and I have to see what the hype is about, obviously. And I fell behind in 2023, and I'm not about to do it this year. It is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I actually have a funny story about this one. When I went to pick it up at Barnes & Noble, I'm a paperback girly. Over the years, I've just become more of a paperback person. I was always a hardcover person, honestly. And then I started paying for my own books, and I forced myself to become a paperback person because they're cheaper. And so I was looking for the paperback of this one, and I go in, and the lady looks at me, and she goes, "It's not even out yet. The book just came out. They don't have a paperback version. It's on Amazon." But I think that was more funnier in my head. I don't know. But Again, if you didn't see my video of spending a day with me in the city, go check that out. Again, it's in the eye in the corner. I'll also put it in the pinned comment down below. It'll probably be in the end screen of this video. But I got this book during that video, and so I read the inside cover of this book to you guys. I'll read it again though because I don't mind, and I honestly don't even remember myself what it's about, so I do want to read it, and then I'll read you guys the dedication. So, the elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilia and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. But when she unwittingly saves one of Ilia's princes, Kai Azar, she's thrown into the Purging Trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers what Peyton is, completely ordinary. It sounds good. I mean, I'm trying to be more positive about it because I've heard so much about it, but the inside cover definitely wasn't as interesting as I thought. But there's a map, which to me, I love when books have maps. So I love that. And the dedication to this one is the reason that I got this book. I'm gonna be so honest. I was on the verge of, do I get it? I don't know. The dedication. The dedication to this book. It just resonated with me, and this is why it literally sparked a new thing for me. This is why whenever I debate getting a book, I look at dedication, and if it resonates with me, and if it hits me, and if I read that and I go, wow, like if I really need a moment, I'm gonna get the book because I just, come on now. So it says, for every girl who has ever felt powerless. I'm just gonna leave that there. That dedication, it just got me. I just felt it and I was like, okay, Lauren Roberts, I'll get it. But yeah, that is it for this month's TBR. I'm very excited because all of these kind of are opening doors for me. The first one, if you had been with me, it's allowing me, if I read this one, the second one will come out next month. Hooked, it'll allow me to read the entire series. This I gotta look into if she released another book. This Assistant to the Villain, I believe there's a second one coming out this year. I'm not totally sure though. And Powerless, I believe there's a second one coming out this year too. Again, I'm not totally sure. But yes, I'm very excited to get into these, to read these. I can't wait. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have read any of these books, of course, as always, let me know down below your thoughts, what you thought about them, if you think that I'll enjoy them, literally anything. You could just say hi in the comments and I will just, it'll make my day. I'll say hi back. I love talking to you guys in the comment section, by the way. If you haven't read any of these but you want to, let me know. Even if you read these and you didn't like them, I want to know. I want to be prepared. I want to know everyone's thoughts. Also, if you have any books that you think I would love, that you want to see me read in the new year, please let me know and I will appreciate it. Like, I can't even begin to explain to you guys how much I appreciate any form of like interaction with me on my social media. I love talking to you guys in my comment section of literally anything. It could be my Instagram, which if you're not following it, you should. It could be my TikTok, which if you're not following that, you should. And my YouTube channel. I just love it. So yeah. Also, I have finally done some deep thinking, and I have figured out what my posting schedule is going to be for the new year. So I'm going to be posting on this channel every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. I think that's a perfect time because by then all of you guys who are in school are out of school by that time, and it's a good in between before like any extracurriculars may happen or anything. And also the video will be there for you by the time you get out of school, and it'll be there for you when you get home at night if you want to watch it. Whatever you guys want to do, it'll be up by 3. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. Let me know if you guys would prefer me to just at 3 o'clock upload, you see it and see what the video is, or if you would prefer for me to set it up as a premiere and have it scheduled to be out like as a premiere so that during the week you can see what video is going to be coming Tuesday and Thursday. But yeah, let me know down below and I will take that into full consideration. I have no idea what I'm going to do for that. But yeah, and also if you guys are interested in my gaming channel, make sure to head over there every Wednesday at 3 o'clock because I will be uploading over on that channel, which I will put it in the eye in the corner. It'll also be in the description down below, and it is also on my channel page under channels, so make sure to go check that out if you would love. I would love that. And yeah, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye!